Am I in trouble? Like, I'm so lost right now.
I'm sure you are. Like I said, I can't answer any questions right now. Other than just to tell you that right now you're being detained.
So tonight I want to talk about this Illinois teacher, or I should say former Illinois teacher, that was arrested for having sex with a 14-year-old male student. And the main points I want to hit on is it looked at different when it's a guy that does this to a female student versus a woman that does this to a male student?
You're Christina?
Yes.
We have a shocking update to a case of a married high school special ed teacher and soccer coach accused of having sex with a student. Christina Formella is now facing 52 more charges in connection to her alleged sex acts with an underage student, and her husband appears to be standing by her side. We're on the case, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart. Now let's get to the story that we have been following outside of Chicago, where Christina Formella was arrested in March, and she was accused of having sex with a teenage student. Now, she said that the student had taken her phone, that he had tried to set her up by sending text messages between the two phones, making it seem like they were having a sexual relationship. But now, prosecutors have the receipts that show that this story allegedly goes far beyond what we first thought. Formella was in court this week in DuPage County, Illinois, outside of Chicago, and her husband was by her side. She kept her head forward, going into a hearing where she would be arraigned on 52 new charges of sex crimes with a teenage student. Before I get to the proof that prosecutors say they have to back up those new charges, let's get to the body cam video of Formella, a high school teacher and a soccer coach who was arrested in March.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Officer Guzman with Downers Grove. Do you have your license on you?
Tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain. I'm sure you're confused. I'll explain everything to you. You're Christina?
Yes.
Okay, Christina, do me a favor. Can you step out of the car for me? I know you're confused. I'll explain everything to you. You don't have anything on you? You can just grab whatever you need.
Whatever I need.
Yeah, whatever you need. Like your phone, your purse, go ahead and grab it.
Is she going somewhere? Or?
Yeah, we're gonna explain everything to you guys. Go ahead and grab it out. We're not going anywhere right now. Of course, yeah.
I don't understand what's going on here.
I get it, yeah. You can go grab your things.
Can he come with me?
Yes. You stay there for right now, sir. Just stay there, but yes, you can. But come on back here.
Should I shut the car off?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Goes off. Okay. Let's right back over here. So, we do have an investigation going on. We have to talk to you about it at the police department, okay? So we're going to explain everything to you there. It's not my investigation. I don't know the full details. We do have to bring you there, though, okay? So I do have to put you in handcuffs and bring you to the police department. Just a Downers Grove.
Handcuffs?
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
I'm like willing to go with you.
I get it, yeah. Unfortunately, we have to do it that way. So do me a favor. We just take this off.
Can I ask you
Of course, yeah. It's not, like I said, it's not my investigation. Obviously, we're here for a reason. So go ahead and turn around for me. So right now you're just being detained, and there is a detective that needs to talk to you at the police department. So we'll let your husband know. He can just come to the police department as well if he wants to wait for you there.
I'm like...
I get it. You have a lot of questions.
So scared.
Yeah, everything's okay. We just need to talk to you at the police department. That's all. Nothing else on your pocket right now? Anything else?
Just my phone.
Just your phone?
Here.
Okay. Okay. All right, we're heading to sit in the back of this car. On the other side. Once you get to the police department, you'll talk to the detective and he'll explain everything to you.
But you can't even give me like an idea
At the moment,
as to what this is about?
Other than that it's an investigation, that's all I can really tell you right now. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you more.
Is he coming with me?
We'll let him know right now.
Formella, as you can see there, seemed confused and shocked that police were taking her away. This is video of her in the rear of the police car being taken to the station.
So to my men out there, question for you. How would you deal with the situation? from what I'm understanding about this case is he's supporting her, he's going to court with her. How would you feel in this moment? So right now, he probably has no idea what she's being arrested for because I guarantee you she hasn't told him that she'd been cheating with a student of hers. But I mean, just as a man or just a human being, how would you feel in this situation finding out that your wife has potentially done what she's being accused of?
Trouble? Like I'm so lost right now.
I'm sure you are. Like I said, I can't answer any questions right now other than just to tell you that right now you're being detained for an investigation and we're bringing you to the police department. And once you get there, they're going to fill you in on everything.
Is my husband coming with?
Yes, yeah, he's taking his phone number down. We're staying in touch with him. We're just going to Downer Grove, so 10 minutes away.
No, I know, but I really would prefer that my husband's with me.
Of course.
It's like you just got arrested and you think you're entitled to have your husband go with you. Lady, you're in the back of a police car. You don't have a lot of rights at this moment.
But once she got to that police station, detectives laid out their case that this teacher, this wife, this soccer coach was accused of having sex with an underage student. And just take a look at how she reacted.
I'm just going to put your seatbelt on, right? Unless are you able to reach it down there? Alright, sure you don't want a tissue or something?
I'm feeling I'm gonna throw up.
You want a bag?
Yes, please.
Alright. Shauna, can you grab like a bag out of there? Hey, can you get like a bag just in case she gets nauseous? Yeah. I don't know, do we have any of those emesis bags like laying around the farm? I figure something better than nothing. Or here, if you stay with her, I'll go grab it.
Oh my god. What the f?
So I have a question. How many of you actually feel sorry for her right now with the tears? Do you feel sorry for her? I don't. She put herself in this position. She knew exactly what she was doing.
Just kind of put it on the floor here, alright?
Okay.
A few paper towels on the floor here if you need it, alright?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Yep. What's up? Oh, I don't know. Let's try the very first one. Oh, the fourth one?
In March, Formella was charged with 2 counts of sexual abuse and criminal sexual assault. This story came about when a now 17-year-old boy and his mom filed a report saying that the boy had sex with Formella when he was 15 years old in 2023 and he was one of her students. The boy told police that he and Formella had sex just once in her classroom during a tutoring session. Now again, there's much more to this alleged story now. The boy's mom found out about this alleged relationship when she ordered her son a new phone after his original phone had broke. She went into his iCloud account and found very graphic messages allegedly between Formella, the teacher, and her son. And here are a couple of those text messages. The woman's son, the victim in this case, wrote, quote, "I love you so much, mama." And an unknown number texted back, and that is who prosecutors say is the teacher, Christina Formella. She says, quote, "I love you so much, baby. Even though this morning was short, it was perfect." Formella also allegedly texted, "I love having sex with you." And the teen responded allegedly, "I know, baby. I love it so much. It feels so good. It's so passionate. It's so intimate. It's so perfect." Police also looked at Formella's phone and allegedly found long entries in her notes section where she is talking about not just having sex with the student, but allegedly considering him her boyfriend. Quote, "I'm not upset. I'm not mad," Formella allegedly wrote. "I'm not any of that. I've just lost interest. I went back and screenshotted every single time that I said we should break up until after the wedding and after you graduated, and every single effing time you came back and convinced me it would be fine. I initiated every single breakup only for you to end things saying you couldn't get over it. You ruined us. I warned you. We should have never started dating a long effing me ago, and you gaslit me and convinced me it was fine every single time, be that's who you are. We will never ever be together again. I'm not a second choice. I'm the best thing you'll ever have, even with all of my mistakes. You, once again, waited and strung me along until it was convenient for you. It broke me last time. This time, it changed me. I'm not sad. I'm effing mad that I let a 16-year-old F-word with me like that, and I made a promise to myself that I never will let any guy F-word with me like that again. In March, police say Formella accused the teen of setting her up. She claimed that he took her phone during that tutoring session and wrote all of what we just went through when she wasn't looking. He even, she says, sent text messages between the two phones to make it seem like they were talking about sex. She also claimed that she was the target because she's, quote, good looking. But then comes this week, and this story went to a whole new level. Formella was arraigned on 52 new charges. And this is what we know about what prosecutors said in court in DuPage County, Illinois. This is according to local outlet The Daily Herald. Prosecutors said that Formella allegedly didn't just have sex with the student once, she had sexual activity at least 45 times with this student. They say that she had sex with the student not just at school, they had sex at her house, which isn't far from the school, and they allegedly did it during school hours. Also, this relationship allegedly started when the teen was 14 years old, not 15 like we first thought, and they reportedly had this contact for roughly 2 years, and that is way longer than what we first thought. So how do investigators know this? How did they find out these new details? Well, according to prosecutors, they had a second interview with the teenage victim. They also apparently have way more text messages than we first thought. Hundreds, if not thousands, between the two. And they say these text messages show that Formella even texted the teenager when she was with her husband in Italy. Now, social media shows that she and her husband got married in August of last year, 2024. And he does appear to be standing by his wife's side. He walked with her into the courthouse this week for her arraignment on these new charges. The teenager allegedly told law enforcement in the second interview that the sexual abuse with Formella continued to September of 2024, and that would have been after Formella married her husband.
No, I know, but I really would prefer that my husband's with me.
Of course.
Prosecutors say Formella told the boy that she didn't intend to marry her now husband because he was having an affair and she was going to get millions of dollars if their marriage came to an end. Prosecutors have said that they don't believe her husband knew about the relationship that Formella allegedly had with this teenage victim. Here are the new charges Formella is facing: 20 counts of aggravated criminal sexual assault, 20 counts of aggravated criminal sex abuse, 6 counts of indecent solicitation of a child, and 6 counts of grooming.
I do have to put you in handcuffs and bring you to the police department. Just a down
Handcuffs?
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
I'm like willing to go with you.
I get it, yeah. Unfortunately, we have to do it that way.
A grand jury indicted Formella on these charges in May, but it just came to light this week when the new charges were unsealed. Formella is also still out on bail, and that's a point of debate because prosecutors tried to have her detained, but the judge opted for her to be put on GPS monitoring to stay away from the teenager and the school, and they also have put software on her devices to track her activity online.
So that's pretty much the story. So what do you guys think? I have a lot of opinions of my own, which I usually do, especially being a former cop. But I really would love your thoughts on this situation. And I think the biggest thing that I'm curious to hear is, what are your thoughts on how men are treated when they do the exact same thing versus how women are treated? Do you think women are treated better or men are treated better? Do you think it's fair across the board when a woman violates a student versus a man violating a student? So a couple things that I wanted to point out here that caught my attention is the charges. So some people would say 52 charges. A lot of people don't understand that, but when they charge these types of crimes, every time you committed the crime is one additional charge. So if you had sex with a student 40 times, that's 40 counts. If you did something else 20 times, that's 20 additional counts. A lot of people don't realize, especially in sex crimes, but it's this way really with any other crime, any crime. But if you reoffend and reoffend over and over again, she's probably thinking, I'm just having sex with this student and we're doing whatever we're doing. And she's looking at it as one incident, the relationship, instead of realizing every time she offends or has sex with this kid, she is committing a crime. So when you look at the charges, that's why you see so many charges stacked against her. The other thing that kind of blew me away was her husband. Now, just speaking for myself, I know as Christians, we are supposed to forgive. But I'll be honest with you, when I think about all the stuff that Christ has forgiven me for, and he says that if you don't forgive others, I won't forgive you. But it also says in the Bible that there's only 2 reasons that you are divorced. There's only 2 reasons in the Bible that he allowed divorce, that Moses allowed divorce. God doesn't desire for us to divorce. He desires for us to forgive. And it's hard from the human condition. But to be honest with you, I have to say it would be very difficult to forgive. I shouldn't say it would be difficult to forgive. It would be difficult to stay in the relationship because of the mistrust and be constantly thinking, is she having sex with other students? And I mean, the fact that she's texting this kid when she's on a trip with her husband to Italy. Italy is usually a romantic vacation destination. Here you are texting this little 16-year-old kid that you're having sex with. I mean, those would be things that would be hard for me to get over. I don't know. What about you guys? Would it be difficult for you as well? Now, if you listen to the video, the narrator said that it appears that her husband is standing by her. He walked her into court. I don't get it. To me, I have met men that are very passive, and just the fact that they pull up in the driveway and she's driving. To me, I always look at situations when you ever notice a man sitting in the passenger seat and the woman driving. To me, that, and again, I'm saying that there's a written rule that women can't drive because they can, but it's just something that doesn't sit right in my spirit about that. And whenever I see it, it's just in my life, what I've noticed a lot of times when the men don't drive, it's usually because they're suspended or they have a warrant or something. They don't want to get pulled over. I don't believe that's the case with this couple, but my impression, just in my gut, is that he's a very passive man, which is why he's choosing to stick with her through this. And the fact that just the little bit of interaction that we saw in the video makes me believe he's just passive and he just basically is putting up with this crap. So, like I said, in a nutshell, I don't believe I could do it. But again, drop your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think in regards to, do you think this is fair? Do you think that she should be charged with all these crimes? Do you think it's a violation? How would you feel if this was your son? You know, drop those comments in the comments section. I can't wait to hear what it is you guys have to say about this. So anyway, make sure you like this video if you haven't already done so. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And as always, I love you guys, and I will check you on the next one. Later.